Hello and welcome to the Stretch Show. I'm Lisa L. Today we are talking about making the impossible possible. And I was just out for a walk. I was listening to Brooke Castillo's podcast for this week, and she was talking about how to double your business, okay? And here's the thing about the impossible. The thing with the impossible is that wherever you are right now and wherever you want to get to is feeling impossible. If you want to double your business, no matter where you're at, or if you want to lose weight, or if you want to make X amount of money, all of it is so impossible right now from where we're looking at in our current reality, right? We're trying to get to the place where our reality reflects what we're trying to accomplish, right? So how do we do that? And I was listening to Brooke's podcast, and it was just a bonus that she had out right now. And it was so good because she was just saying, and you guys know this, and in business, you have to get a ton of no's. You have to get the rejection. You have to be able to process it. If you want to make a big impact in any area of your life, including probably parenting, you have to get the no's. You have to get the negativity, right? So that and you have to be able to process that, because if you don't know how to process the no's and the naysayers in your life, you're never going to be able to break through and get to what's possible for you. So it absolutely 100% is about managing your mind and managing your thoughts, without a shadow of a doubt. So, I know I seriously finished the workout and I'm all sweaty. I did put on makeup for you guys though. Bonus. Happy Sunday, by the way. I'm sitting here in beautiful Okanagan, British Columbia. Just saying, West Kelowna. You can't really see it. There's a lake there. I wonder if I touch it, if you can focus in on the back. It doesn't work. It's too sunny out. But anyways, so we want to make the impossible possible. So there's really only one way to do it. And it's this, the most, what I would think the most obvious thing. But I mean, I still think if we're spinning our wheels and we're not really getting to the next step, I think it's because of 100% lack of planning. We need to plan and then implement those plans to be able to get to the next step, right? So if you've ever followed the model with life coaching, and this is what Brooke Castillo uses in her podcast. I love her podcast, by the way. I've been a fan since 2013. I've been a follower of the whole thing. But basically talking about what our circumstances, the thoughts around it, our actions, and it eventually creating that result, right? Our feelings, our thoughts create our feelings, create our actions, create our results, right? But this is what's happening. We're not spending the time in the planning area a lot of times creating what's going to help make our impossible possible. And I'm referring now in the area of money. What is it going to take? And I mean, I remember, and I wrote about this in the blog that attaches to this live stream here, but it was basically helping one of my clients reach $1 million goal in her portfolio. And how we did that was we did planning. We did over many years, we did planning, we did, follow-ups, we did checkpoints all the way along, right? You have to create a system, but that to create the system takes planning, right? To create the structure that you want to have to support you to become everything that you want to be. It's not just going to whimsically happen, right? It's not just going to magically fall into place. If it does, chances are it won't last because it won't have the structure underneath. It won't have that rock foundation underneath for it to withstand the test of time. This is why we have to have these structures in place, right? And you guys, the structures feel for me personally, creating that system and the structures feels slow going. It feels monotonous. It feels painful. It's not fun. It's not the fun, exciting side of life, right? So, but that's where we have to be if we want to make the impossible possible. So today, it's Sunday. It's my perfect planning day. Today's the day I do all my social media for the week. I create the content. I do a lot of planning around my week. I make sure my week is laid out so I'm not wasting a lot of time in areas that aren't going to serve me and help me grow my business forward, or aren't going to help me build my grow my business, right? Or even help me with my weight loss goals or my exercise goals, all those kind of things. So I plan out everything. I still journal everything I eat. I still journal how many steps I take, and I journal all my physical activity. I do that every day. So it's creating those things, even though they don't feel like they're helping us and it feels so slow, they will create these amazing results for us in the long term. And that is how we see what it is that we're trying to create, which feels impossible right now, to be able to make it possible. So that's basically what I have for you today. I am excited. Like, I want to share with you guys, and I know I share this in Wealth Spa in my paid membership site, but just some of the daily activities, daily sales activities, if you are trying to grow a business, if that is, say, one of your goals, or whatever it is, like seriously, the area of your life that you want to have the most maybe impact in, or really create something amazing and really step into what's possible for you, that is the area you need to spend more time planning in. And it doesn't have to be painful. I think planning sometimes feels like we're over planned and things never do go as planned. And I always say this to everyone. Of course, things never go as planned. They just don't. Like, every day I'm like, I'm going to do 10 daily sales activities, those kind of things, but they never go as planned. But that's all part of being able to readjust and kind of let it go, right? You have to let it go. That's all part of this. It's like the ebb and the flow of whatever it is you're trying to reach. But if you don't even have a plan in the first place, you're never going to be able to measure against how that day went, or where you're lacking in order to tweak your plans to be able to help reach your goal. So anyways, you guys know all this, but it's just so important, especially in creating wealth and creating our businesses and creating your, best health and dream body and all the things. It's so important to track, but it's so important to plan to be able to do that. You have to have a plan in place, create those systems, create that structure for your life so you can then flourish and enjoy the rewards on the other side. So that, my loves, is how you live your legacy. Go out and have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.